Hello everyone, so in this video I'm going to show you how a web server, app server and a database server interacts with each other. I'm going to be using Apache2, Django and MySQL, and I'll also show you how to use a load balancer to facilitate traffic among multiple servers. But before we start all that, I'll show you how to install each of the basic components before we begin. So to create a Django application, you will need a virtual environment, which is a Python development environment. To install virtual environment, use the command pip3 install virtual env. This is the command to install a virtual environment. I already have it installed, so I won't run it. Now make a new folder in your home directory using mkdir. I'll call it app. cd to this. Now to create your virtual environment inside this directory, use the command virtual env space env. This creates a virtual environment inside your current directory. Now to activate this virtual env, use the command source env /bin/activate. This activates a virtual environment inside your current directory. Now to start a Django project, you'll need to install Django admin tools. To do that, use the command pip3 install Django space Django admin tools. This installs the necessary Django tools used to create a Django project. Now to start your Django project, use the command Django admin start project. I'll call my project my project. So this starts a project called my project inside this current directory. Now this project has been created. I'll just show you how it looks. Yeah, so this is a basic how a Django project can be started inside a current directory. Now I'll show you how to set up MySQL. To use MySQL, you will need to install MySQL server. So to do this, you can use the command sudo apt install MySQL server and run this. I already have it installed, so I won't run it. After you install, you can do the command MySQL to log in as root. So when you first log in, it will ask you to make a password, and then you'll have to enter that password. This is your MySQL environment in your terminal. Now I'll show you how to install Apache2, which is our web server. So you can do this by using the command sudo apt get Apache2. Enter your password. Sudo apt get install Apache2. I already have it installed, so it's showing this. Now to start your web server, you can use the command sudo service Apache2 start. This starts your web server in your computer. And to stop your web server, you can use the command sudo service Apache2 stop. Now with the help of an example, I'll show you how a web server, app server and a database server can interact with each other. I've already created a Django application called test site, as you can see here. So now I will run this app just to show you how it works on the Django server itself, not on the web server. So to start this app on the Django server, open this directly in terminal. You will have to activate your virtual environment to start the Django server. So to do that, you do source env/bin/activate. So this activates your virtual environment. Then you cd to your app directory, cd test site, and over here you can start your app, python 3 manage.py run server. So this runs your Django app directly on the Django server. Now I will open this app. I will have to specify localhost :8000 and I'll open the admin page. So this is my admin page of my Django administration. Over here you can see my tables, my rows in my table, and I'll show you a form that I've made. Again, I will have to specify localhost :8000. This is a very simple form that just checks if the current details are present in the table or not. Let's say it returns success when the person present in the table exists. Okay, so now I've actually connected my MySQL database server to my Django app already. So Django by default uses SQLite as its database, but I've changed that to MySQL, and I'll show you that my table, which I just showed you there, exists in MySQL. Let's close this. So to run MySQL, as I said before, enter your password. So this is your MySQL environment. You'll have to open your use the database you've created for your app. So my database is called test site. So it says change database. Let's just show tables. Okay, so these are the available tables in my current database of my application. So the table which I just showed you on my Django admin form is the last one there. That's the last. It's called form_admin table. So I'll just select everything. Select star from form admin table, and it shows you the username and the password of everyone in your table. And let's just see. Yeah, so everything's there. So now I've already closed my Django server, so it actually won't work if I refresh. See, because I've closed my Django server, and I'm gonna try accessing my Django form directly using my Apache web server, as I've already connected my Django app to my Apache web server, just to show you how data can traverse from the web server to the app server to the database server. So let's close this. I'll open my Apache. So to start your Apache web server, you can do sudo service Apache2 start. So this starts your Apache web server. Enter your password. So now I should be able to access my Django form without having to specify localhost :8000. I can just do localhost /admin or /form. Localhost /admin, and here it works. So just to demonstrate, I'll add another row. Say So added another row, and I'll access my form also that I made. Let's check if that also works, and I'll use what I just made. And as you can see, it works. So I just try putting something that doesn't exist. And as it says, user does not exist when he doesn't exist. So there's no admin called ZHR. Now I'll just open MySQL just to check if that new row that I've added is added to my MySQL database server. I'll demonstrate that. Enter your password. So use test site, show tables. Okay, select star from form admin table. And as you can see, the last row has been added. So that's how data traverses from the web server to the app server to the data. Now I will show you how to use Nginx as a load balancer. Nginx is a powerful web server that can be used as a load balancer also to distribute your server resources. So I'll show you how to install. Open terminal. Type the command sudo apt-get install Nginx. So I already have it installed. Now type the command sudo cbl, open the default file. Okay, so this is the default configuration file for Nginx. You can remove the full thing. Now type this following code: upstream backend. Specify your server IP addresses. So in my case it's 192.168. Make sure you put a semicolon. Specify the port that you're listening on. And specify a proxy path. There. Now you can start your Nginx using the command sudo service nginx start. This starts the server, Nginx server on your computer. So I hope you found this video useful.